The aforementioned Bryant McFadden joining our conversation now. B-Mac, it's great to see you. We're going to start here in studio, gentlemen. This was exactly what the Broncos needed to do. Leave no doubt, take care of business, punch your ticket. What stood out to you, Ryan?
Oh, Bo Nix, this is how you want to go into the postseason, and you talked about the matchup with the Bills. That's going to be extremely difficult for sure. But I think what you want after last week's loss in overtime to the Bengals is to see the progress ahead of going into some legit January football where it actually matters, one and done. I give a lot of credit to Sean Payton. I give a lot of credit to that defense and what they've done, and Bo Nix doing what has been asked of him, and this is an exclamation point of the season.
I was trying to take more away than just check the box, and this was an emphatic victory. I'm seeing a lot more confidence, Mac, in dropping the ball in the bucket down the field by Nix. How have you seen that aspect of his game develop over this last 6 weeks or so?
When you look at the confidence that he's throwing the football with, it's different. It's night and day compared to how he started the season to where he currently sits. And that's why this team could really make things interesting. I understand you talk about going to Buffalo. Depending on how the weather it could be, it's going to be a very, very difficult outing because of Josh Allen and how good the Buffalo Bills have been. But when Bo Nix is in his bag, just not throwing the football, Joe, but what he provides in terms of this athleticism and making things happen with his legs, I mean, he can make things interesting. I mean, they really exceeded the expectations when you look at the overall win-loss record, when you look at where they currently sit, and a lot of that has to do with the job that Sean Payton has done along with the quarterback and that Bo Nix has provided for the organization.
And you look at that touchdown total, amongst the best by a rookie in NFL history, behind only Cam Newton and Justin Herbert. 34 total touchdowns for Bo Nix. It started with the legs, but man, that arm has come along nicely as you have a 7 seed and a playoff team for the first time since 2015. Let's get it back out to the site where we say hello to the lead analyst of the NFL on CBS, Tony Romo. Joining the conversation, Tony, this was exactly what Denver needed to do. You check that box, you do it in emphatic fashion, but looking at the marriage between quarterback and head coach, I can't help but look broader at this team. How has that been such a perfect marriage between those two over these 18 weeks?
Well, I think you saw a lot of similarities at a younger Drew Brees, who had played in the NFL already before a little bit with the Chargers, but when he came on, it was just a coach who understands who he has and how to utilize his skill set, and then he really allows the player to learn the game. And I think you're seeing Sean Payton just call complementary football. So when I say that, I mean, he sees how good his defense is. He's like, we can do stuff on special teams. So how do I make sure our rookie quarterback doesn't hurt us to start? And then once he shows me that he can handle more volume, now we start to add that volume. And now it's like, can he handle when we go no huddle? Can he handle when we empty out people? Can he handle tight packages, turning his back to the field? And it's just a really good mix of a coach understanding the player and the growth and the timing of when to open it up. And I think you're seeing Denver start to really play their best football right now and open up this offense a little bit.
We sat with Sean Payton at the foot of the Bellagio fountain Super Bowl week last year when the quarterback position was still unknown. What he did know is what he was looking for in a quarterback, and you've seen so much of that relationship grow. You talk about extending that playbook and opening some things up for the quarterback. These last few weeks, the deep ball seems to be well within the grasp of Bo Nix. As you watch the maturation of a young quarterback, where have you seen him grow in his confidence down the field?
Well, I think the biggest thing is understanding what you're looking for. I don't think people talk probably enough about the eyes of the quarterback, and so much of that is taught by the head coach or the offense coordinator. Basically, if it's this coverage or this leverage or the angles that they're taking and the numbers and space, your eyes should start here to move him. And the best quarterbacks move defenders, or they look correctly. If I turn around on a play action in my back and it looks like cover two guys are going deep, and all of a sudden it's this, well, in one of those coverages, I'm supposed to start play action, look here, 2, 3, boom. If I start over here, by the time you're here, you're late to everything. And I think Bo has done a great job, Sean with Bo, of getting him to start his eyes in the right spot. And now all of a sudden the deep plays are coming because he knows what to look for.
All right, so you do what you need to do. You punch your ticket, you're the 7 seed, you celebrate for a couple hours, maybe a cold one, but you got a cold one coming in Buffalo with what is the presumptive MVP? The markets will tell you as such. When you look to that matchup, 2 versus 7, Buffalo versus Denver, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Josh Allen's legs, extending the play. You cannot let him get outside the pocket. Denver, I mean, this is an incredible matchup for a 2 versus 7 because to me, it's worst case scenario in a lot of ways for both teams. I mean, that's the last team you want to play right now, playing that kind of football with maybe the best player on the planet. Baltimore's pretty close. But then you go, well, if I'm Buffalo, I'm going against the one team who leads the league in sacks, who keeps quarterbacks in the pocket. That's a little bit concerning if I'm a Buffalo fan, a little bit, because this team can make this game close very quickly.
We cannot wait, Tony Romo. We appreciate you each and every week here on HQ. We raise the stakes, and we'll see you next week, pal.
Thanks, guys.
Tony Romo from Denver, where the celebration is on for the first time since 2015. A playoff team, the Denver Broncos, and it's behind their rookie quarterback in Bo Nix. 29 passing touchdowns. Total touchdowns takes him north of 30. Most touchdown passes by a rookie in NFL history. This is a season to behold for Bo Nix.